Okay, welcome to round two. We are on the draw. This hand is awkward, but it does have some action in the form of a 1-drop and a 2-drop, so should be able to get some value off this font of return, provided we can hit lands. So we are going to keep it. And let's see. It's good against an aggressive deck, certainly, and against a non-aggressive deck we should be able to have enough stability to make these later plays. Mountain indicates that this could be an aggressive deck. But we'll lead off with the Freak is chosen. This card is excellent, it does so much work. Sigilled Skink, well that's going to get blocked by this Returned Reveler. I don't want to trade Freak is chosen for it, so I'm not going to attack. And drawing Nyx Infusion there was just great. It means we've got a play next turn regardless of what he plays. 3-2, excellent. I accept it is an enchantment. That is one of the problems with Nyx Infusion, but we can just block it with the Freak is chosen if we have to. So here I'm just going to. I don't need to play the Forest, so I'm just going to play Swamp and Font of Return. This way, next turn we have options on anything we want to do. We'd likely just want to play the Lucrocota because it will block whatever comes out next. Satyr Hoplite. Okay. Probably just want to kill that as soon as possible. This is likely a bestow. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a bestow. Ooh, wow. Okay. That's an aggressive lava axe he's just used. I will definitely kill the Satyr Hoplite now. The Scry is nice, but he's down on 2 cards, and he gets 1 attack in here, and then he doesn't really get in anything else. So I'm not entirely sure I like that play from him. I'm just going to kill the Hoplite so he can't do anything more with it. I can happily just trade off with anything else here. The alternative is I play Lucrocota, but this is going to get diminishing value as things go on. Even though the rest of his deck is likely things like this is one of the things I need to be able to kill, so I'm just going to. Well, is that true? I can actually trade off my board and get it all back again. So maybe this is actually correct. This might stop him entirely, because now I have a block for this, a block for this, and a block for this. And it's likely that the card he left on top was the Plains. Fearsome Temper. Well, that was the risk. He can't really attack with it, though. Yeah. About that. I think I'm just going to play Whip here. This makes all his attacks even worse. So I'm just going to run it out now. I will then, if I draw a land, well, I get to play Wayfinder next turn, potentially hit a land, and then have something to whip back. I'm not disrupting his board state, but I can't block. Okay. I will take 5 here. I can crack back with the Lucrocota. And if he wants to trade one of his creatures for it, that's fine. I may need to use this Nyx Infusion. I don't really want to trade off Returned Reveler here. Is that true? Maybe I do. I take 2? I take 1 even, rather than taking 5? Yeah, I just want to block here. I fill my graveyard, I get to see what he's working with. That's a pretty decent series of cards. That's also a very good card. So the question is, do I risk not hitting a land? I think I do, because if I don't hit a land, I can still play Nyx Infusion. Cool, we hit a land. Excellent. So we'll play this. So now we have the choice of we can whip back say Nessian Game Warden or Golden Hydox. I think I'd prefer just playing. I think I'd prefer whipping back into Game Warden, attacking. Then, if he wants to double block to kill this, that's okay. Because then he'd be left with a skink. Yeah, I like that line. I like gaining a bunch of life and setting him back quite a few turns. Okay, didn't see anything again. It might be that this warden just isn't very good. Alright, let's just crack in with these two. Opponent is complimenting us on our build, which is nice. Ah, he's got something. Well, that's awkward. It's a shame that his last card was an actual thing. But we are now back at 20. That was slightly awkward. He's still forced to plumb mana into this hoplite so it can get through. Oh, hammer, really? That's pretty gross. Probably losing this from just the value that he has. I will block your skink if you attack with it. I don't think that's what you want to do. Alright, well, I'll block and take 5 again. That was a nice draw. The question is, what do we actually get rid of? That hammer is just going to get so much value. But we can force him to make the choice. If we play Nessian Asp, we force him to make the choice between attacking with his hoplite or being able to get in to make things with the hammer. So I'm just going to play the Asp here. It's also now a really nice body again. Jeez, please don't be another creature. Okay, it's not a creature, so he's just gonna go ham on me. So the question is, has he ripped again? The answer is we probably don't want to find out. We want to wait a turn so that we've got Unravel the Ether open to counter whatever it is he's going to do. Not drawing a land wasn't great. I think at this point I now just have to Nyx Infusion the hoplite. Yeah, I think that has to be correct. It's not great though. Then I can crack back with Nessian Asp. Can I though? I can. I can crack back with Nessian Asp because I've got Unravel the Ether. So if he goes to double block, I can unravel something and... yeah. Yeah, make a guy, okay. So are you double blocking? Yep, that is fine. I will do that. I can trade for these two. That might be fine. Trading for those two doesn't seem great. I'm then left with not very much of a board state. Ugh, this isn't great. I think I'm just going to have to get rid of that hammer. It's going to do too much for him. I'm going to 12 here. Yeah, I have to just get rid of the hammer, which is a shame, but There's not a lot I can do about that. Good decks are good. Tell your friends. I can get back the Asp and a bunch of other things. We're not just dead, thankfully. Bought quite a lot of time with the Nyx infusion. Oh wow, could you stop ripping spells for a minute, please? That would be really appreciated. So we can get back Golden Hydox to our hand using River Trawler. We take 4. And then we can get back the rest of our... No, actually we want to get back Nyx Weaver and play it. Because then we have a lot of decent things to be doing. Then we can get back... We can get back everything else when we actually need to. For now we just need to shore up the ground again. Can't help but think that this Whip of Erebos is making my opponent a bit sad. Eventually he's going to start drawing land again, which would be really nice, please? Could you stop drawing creatures? That would be really great if you could stop drawing creatures and just draw land once or twice. I don't think he has an attack here now, though. Okay, so now I want to get back a few things. There's nothing I can really cast, though. I can just get back 3 things and then sack the Nyx Weaver to get back another thing. Let's just get some big things back to my hand, I think. I want to get back both of the monstrous guys and... Humbler of Mortals? Yeah, Humbler of Mortals. Humbler of Mortals does not do as much as I want it to. Golden Hydox. No, not those 2. Jeez! Come on, Chris. These 3. There we go. You see, now he's going to draw a land because of this ill-tempered Cyclops. There we go. Oh, what a surprise. I think that's a spell he's got in hand as well. Alright, so I'm just going to sack this so that I'm not... I can get back Unravel the Ether? Oh, that's sweet. Oh, I can get back any card. Oh, that's so good. Because now I can play Asp and Unravel. That's quite a ridiculous turn. Yeah, I just want to do that. So he gets to monstrify ill-tempered Cyclops. I am running out of time. I do need to survive until next turn and be able to monstrify the Asp, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to gain enough life to win, but this should be good enough. Because I think that's interesting, because if he attacks with... I mean, I guess he's trying to just kill me? Okay, so he attacks with those 2. No, just with that 1. Alright, you've got no mana open. I can just Unravel the Ether, the Fearsome Temper here. If I just block with the River Trawler, which has done its job, yeah, I'm just going to do that. Just get that off the table. I mean, he knows about that, so he could equally have another trick, but it's unlikely that it's anything less than a 2-for-1, a 1-for-1. Alright, so now do I just win? Ooh, that's a really nice draw. Yeah, I'm just going to attack. Depending on what he does here, he could block with everything. If he blocks with everything, then I think I'm pretty happy. This Nessian Asp has done quite a lot of work. So that is 9. Um, if he has God's Willing, I may be a bit screwed. Um, do I want to play around that by just like jamming everything on the archetype? I don't think so. I think I just have to... He's got one card in hand. I have to just go for it, right? If it's literally God's Willing, this kills me. But if not, then I get a 2-for-1. Oh, really? Please don't be God's Willing. That's fine. So I still gain a bunch of life. He gains a bunch of life too, which is less relevant for him than it is for me. He's now got no board state. I have a million fatty things in hand. And enough lifelink that I should just be able to win. Yep, I will take your measly one. I can force the Chosen to be blocked this turn, which I think I will do. Which means I can get him for 3. And then this game should be shortly over. Oh, really? Could you stop having everything? Really, this guy keeps ripping... keeps ripping cards. Alright, so you get to kill one of my other creatures. That's fine. I still don't see myself losing this game. Okay, so he's drawing another spell. Sure. I gain 3. Pass the turn. That was very annoying. Alright, what is this now? Okay, so Nightmarish End can still kill that, provided he didn't draw another thing. Alright, sure. That's fine. So presumably he attacks with both here? If he just, like, gives this protection. I guess he doesn't really want to attack with that. Right, so I can kill the Skyguard, play Lacrukota, get him for 5. Yep. It's interesting that he's attacking. He shouldn't be attacking here. I mean, it prevents damage, but, like, I am going to block. And then I just get to swing back. You don't get to double block my guy. Yep, take 5. Gain 0, but that's fine. So Nightmarish End this. Are we done yet? Can we be done now? As soon as he draws a land, I feel like he's dead. He needs to hit creature after creature after spell to have any hope here. Yeah, I will call your bluff. I will block here. That is what I will do. Why, thank you. I don't need to show him that. I can use that on something bigger. These games are taking a very long time. Attack with both. Monstrify this. Could you not have Divine Verdict? That would be good. Sweet. Alright, we've probably won this game now. So this has played out rather well. He had quite a good draw, and he kept drawing more things. But we did manage to get there, thanks mostly to Whip of Erebos. So for the sideboard, we're bringing in Eye Gouge. We saw literally a Cyclops. So that's going to happen. Probably going to take out Humbler Immortals. No, Golden Hydox. That's what we agreed. Then we have Returned Phalanx, which might want to come in. And Snake of the Golden Grove definitely has to come in. It can come in instead of this Nessian Game Warden, which is not doing as much as I wanted it to. Then we've got the Phalanx. It doesn't really do very much though. He just plays a 3-power guy and then it trades for it, which is fine. But I think we have to aggressively try and find Whip. That's what won us that game, was just playing Whip of Erebos. I don't think... Oh, we want to take out Karametra's Acolyte because it doesn't do enough. So we will bring in the Phalanx because it does more than nothing. And that will do it. Let's play game 2. Yeah, I mean, if he's not aggressive enough, then we just run away with the game. And this is exactly the opening hand that we want. This is beautiful. This is such an excellent draw. And then we draw a removal spell for his first play. We can just play Font of Return on 2, or we can play Sato Wayfinder on 2. Excellent. Even doesn't cost us a card. We want... I don't know what we want, actually. Let's just take Forest. Probably actually should have taken Swamp, because if we want to... no, it doesn't actually matter. Alright, so we're just going to kill his first play, whenever that comes. Looks like it's now. Though, if it's a 3-1, I won't kill it. I'll just play Nyx Weaver and start getting my value. I will not be killing that. Alright, so just play Nyx Weaver, and then start the value train. Mill ourselves a few times, see what we hit, then play Font of Return, play Whip of Erebos. Means that you just can't race. We take 3 here, we then crack back for 2. We crack back for 2, and... well... I mean, we do crack back for 2, as long as he doesn't have one of his infinite tricks. It may not even be worth attacking. It's probably worth just sitting here. Yeah, I think I like just sitting here behind Whip, because this forces him to do things that aren't just play Harvest Guards. Oh, there's the hammer. Oh, my word. That is something. Alright, so we take 3 here. Gonna have to kill Phalanx Leader. And try and find something. Right, yeah, so we have to off Phalanx Leader immediately. Play Font of Return and pass. So we're a little bit behind here. I'm going to attack here for 2. It's not blocking, so it just has to attack. Yeah. So we are a bit behind here. We can whip something back next turn, which we might need to just to draw enough, just to gain enough life. Oh, there's the Ill-Tempered Cyclops. Interesting. He didn't activate Hammer that turn. Alright, let's see what we've got here. So we've got Farika's Cure, which we could cast, though it doesn't really gain us very much. We can... let's see... We can get rid of that Ill-Tempered Cyclops before it becomes a big thing, though I'm not sure how much that actually gets us. Oh, this hammer is so good! fights us on our axis. What are we dying to? We're dying to the ill-tempered Cyclops. So we have to block something else, sack it, get Nightmarish End back, kill this in response to the monstrous. That has to be our line, and that line is not very good. I will admit that that line is pretty terrible, but that's kind of where we're up against at the moment. We don't have enough defenses. Yeah, and he's just attacking with that, so he can't even gain some life. Alright, so I can block with both, which forces him to monstrous. That wastes his entire turn, which is good. So we get back Nightmarish End and cast it. So we've bought ourselves a turn, which means we may now be able to play this Humbler of Mortals. In fact, I think we can. I think that's exactly what we can do. This will gain us enough life so we can actually, next turn, make crack Font of Return, get something back, play Farika's Chosen. Yeah, we can get back 3 cards, play return Phalanx and Farika's Chosen, then next turn play Nessian Asp. Oh god, what is this? What costs 7? Oh no. Oh, am I dead? I might be dead. This is a lot of damage. How much damage is this? Am I just dead? 5, 9... Yeah, I'm dead. Alright. Rouse the mob. Gets that. Okay. Game 3 then. Not a lot I could do about that. I didn't really stumble so much as just didn't really get enough control over the board early enough. I think this is still a fine configuration though, so we're just going to run it for game 3. Hopefully being on the play will help. We kind of lucked out with Whip of Erebos both times, so we kind of have to we have to sort of hope that we can continue the run of luck, because this is the deck we have to beat. This is the deck that is going to beat us unless we have Whip, or we have enough of an explosive draw that we can get to our late game before he has a chance to set up. Or he mulligans. He could easily mulligan 2 or 3 times. Wishful thinking, I know, but that's what we're kind of hoping for here. Having said that, our opponent has also been kind of lucky. He's drawn a very decent mix of spells and lands. This we have to mulligan. This does nothing. He's drawn his god weapon every time we've drawn ours, so we have to mull. I think we have to keep this. It's really not great, and it's going to be a problem. But this is the kind of hand that can explode into our late game, which is what we need. Oh no, not a turn 1 play. That's really bad for us. Alright. Let's hope he has nothing, because we're just sacking this. Getting a swamp, because that's what we need. Like, our hand doesn't look bad until we do nothing on turn 4 or turn 5. Okay, so if we can hit a land next turn, we're in business. But we do have to hit that land. And currently he's doing nothing with his 1/1, so that's good. Elite Skirmisher, sure. Land? Ah, no! That's not good at all. I should have played Font of Return as well, sorry. With 1 land off this being excellent, but it's just not. We're just going to get run over now, I fear. If we have 1 turn to draw a land. If we don't hit a land now, we're just dying. Yeah. Well, I mean, it can find us a land and it can block, but that might not be good enough against his 5 cards while we're on 14. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Deck, why? Why you do this to me? Why? Um, Given that we haven't seen anything to unravel the ether on, I need to just cantrip this. Oh, of course he's got a removal spell. Oh, that's so terrible. Okay. Okay. Well, now our backs are up against the wall. We need to naturally draw a land. And this is looking increasingly bad. There's going to be some bestow or some just ridiculous pump effect to take us to, like, yeah, this is going to take us down to 5, I believe. Yeah, 5. So we can, like, play Snake, and if he's got another targeted effect, we just die. So, but that still has to be the line. So, gotta try it. Land. Alright, so Snake, hope you don't have a trick in your 3 cards remaining. But of course you do, so you're going to give us a 7/7. And we're done. Alright, game